Oh man, how do I even put this into words? Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing Avatar: Way of Water uh, from 40X, basically in 40X, and that whole experience and letting you know what that was like. If you can't tell from the look on my face, it was a 10 out of 10 or 9.9 because nothing's ever perfect, right? And we'll talk about that later. So smack a like on this video because we're getting to the point right now. Like, just dive right into it, okay? So first of all, the whole thing with 40X is relatively new to me. This was my first ever 40X experience, okay? I'm very excited about it because it saved movie theaters, basically, in my opinion. Because, you see, with everything, everybody stays home, everybody watches Netflix, Hulu, whatever it is. You can eat popcorn in your underwear, or you can walk to your refrigerator and get whatever refreshments you want. And, you know, there's not really an incentive to go on some dirty, dingy seat in a movie theater with people, especially nowadays, that kick the back of your seat and don't really care and like frustrate you, and you just walk out, and then the screens are crappy, and like, you know, your TV could probably have a better picture quality, especially with a huge sync light. And so now the experience is way better than most of the regular movie theaters, to the point where it's like, why even show up and pay to do it when you wait for it to come out on 4K or Blu-ray and then have fun? This is entirely different, okay? You aren't going to watch a movie. Don't hear 40X and think, oh, I'm going to watch a movie. You're going to experience the movie as if you were over the shoulder of the character and they were guiding you and walking you through this fantasy world. That is the magic of 40X. And oh my God, is it so cool. Okay, there are moments where bullets are wisping by and little wind will blow by your ear as if the bullet's going by. You'll smell pollination from plants and the environment. You'll see bubbles as you dive deep sea. You'll experience splashing as you're rocking and rowing on boats, and you'll experience the thrill and the pure excitement of weightlessness. Yeah, you heard that right. As you're just floating around and jostling around as like an astronaut, it's insane. And the fact that you can do this, just why wouldn't you? And the movie is what made it so special. Now, this is a 100% immersive world experience. If you were trying to have this on, like, let's say, some garbage movie that really wasn't focused on the storytelling so much as maybe politics or maybe, you know, trying to send some other message, you wouldn't have as much of a good time if that bothers you, right? But this is the first real movie that I've seen in years where they don't care about anything other than just telling a good story. They want to immerse you. They want to hook you. They want everybody to come out and watch it. Everybody to have a good time. They don't care who you are, what walk of life. Have fun together. That is artistry. That is film. That is cinema. Bringing families of all walks of life together, all beliefs, all creeds, all of that together and in one place to have a great experience and walk out of that bitch having a great damn time. And that's what 40X did, man. I can't tell you how happy I am and how much fun I truly had with 40X. And comparing that now to my movie theater experience, right, from before where it was just a cinema, right, or maybe IMAX. I don't care about your speakers in your better screen, which really didn't look much better in my opinion. I didn't care about that. IMAX didn't sell me. 40X is the real deal, right? And then, of course, comparing that to movie night with my Hue Sync lights on my Samsung S95B Quantum Dot OLED, you're talking the epitome of picture quality. I'm on the firmware from day one that made the S95B the king of king televisions, okay? And I'm sitting here with that wonderful experience, and this was still better, okay? And that, my friends, is 40X. And when you watch Avatar: Way of Water, bro, like the way they introduced the concept, like I'm not gonna lie, I thought it probably would be a little bit cheesy. I thought it would be a little bit lame. It wasn't lame. They literally kind of like make you feel like you're going from one universe to the other. Like these forest people, just a slight spoiler here, okay? These forest people have adapted to the land and to AWA and all that stuff. Well, guess what? Now that all changes. Now they need to leave and find refuge somewhere else, and they go to the sea people. Entirely different tribe within the universe of Avatar, and they need to learn the way of water, hence the name of the movie. And oh man, the way they take you on this journey, the world they show you underwater, the emotions they'll make you feel about, you know, all kinds of things within the story that I don't want to spoil so you have a good time. It's just truly magnificent. And there are so many shocks where you'll sit there and you'll be like, no way, that person is related to that person, and you're gonna absolutely eat it up. You're gonna have so much fun finding the twists and turns, which again, I'm not gonna spoil for you because you deserve it. You deserve to experience this the way I did, truly having a blissful time. And I can tell you, man, like, wow, it's great. And so when you go in and you watch 40X, there are reasons why I gave it a 9.9. Okay. There is one thing about 40X I don't like, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier when I was like, it's a 100% immersive world. I'm not joking. You're guided third person through the world. So what that means is when the villains get shot with an arrow, you get shot with an arrow. Yeah, that's right. And that part I didn't really like too much because I'm just sitting there in my chair, all is well. Next thing I know, it's just like, boom, right in your back. And imagine, like those little massage chairs with the little knobs, a bunch of them, they just massage you. Imagine if that was recessed into the chair and then waiting for that one moment in the movie to come out and punch you in the back. That's kind of what it does. It's not forceful. It's not like, oh my God, I'm going to lose an arm. But it's enough to get your attention. Like, hey, now, what are you doing? That's irritating. That kind of thing. So that part I didn't like, and there's no off button. Fortunately, water effects do have an off button. Now, I experienced it with water effects off. You must be thinking, great, I'm safe. No, you're not, because everyone around you that has water on, you're going to feel the mist, and the fans do blow the water in your direction regardless, so there's no real way around it. So if you wanted to turn it off, that just means you're going to get less wet than they did. So that's kind of my thing with it. But it's totally an immersively fun experience like no other. You can't do this at home. You can't go on Amazon right now, spend $4,000 on an 8K OLED, 8K TV, or whatever you buy, $5,000. You can't do it and walk away with the experience 40X gives you. That saves digital cinema because now there's a unique proposition value for you to wherever you are to go run out and watch 40X. And no, the people and makers of 40X did not put me up to this. That's genuinely the experience. That's how good it is. And I'm bringing this to you because I truly think everyone, if you've never heard of 40X, if you've never tried 40X, Google it. Look up 40X in your area. Look up 40X wherever you can and try to find it. Because even if you don't have one in your area, it's worth your time to figure it out. It really is. Because at the end of it, you're going to walk away like, wow, that was one hell of a time. I had a blast. And to put it in perspective, if you've ever ridden It's a Bug's Life at Disney World or like Fast and Furious or Kong at Universal, you know that these are track rides, 3D panoramic, you're on a track, you're guided along with 3D glasses, whatever. This blew that shit out of the water so hard, dude. Like, you couldn't even compare the two experiences. It's a day and night. You don't even need to wait in line for hours at a theme park or whatever, okay? You don't have to drive to a theme park. You don't have to do any of that. You just go to the movie theaters and have a ball. Best part about it, it's 3 hours and you're in a world where you're invested in the characters, the emotion, the storytelling, all of it, beautiful. 10 out of 10 feeling, I would say. But the experience, again, with the punching in the back, the arrow thing, not the best. But even still, I don't really mind. I personally think it was a 10 out of 10 experience, but the one little critique being that. Now, as far as the movie goes, for, again, parental disclosure, you will see blue Smurf tits. It's just going to happen, okay? You're going to have these blue naked women walking around. You're going to see some nipples. It's going to happen. They're trying to sell you on the indigenous thing this time around. I don't know. They, for whatever reason, topless blue lady, that's what they wanted to push this time around. Hey, go for it. That's what they were after, right? Now, it's not like the whole movie is like that, right? They do, oddly enough, cover up, which I guess is where I got offended. I'm like, okay, so you can't put a fucking shirt on. Wonderful. So that was me, like, when I was watching the movie, I was like, you could have just done that from the get, and we would have saw the indigenous garb and got that they were indigenous people. Did I really need to see your nipples? Not really. That was unnecessary. But that's my take. Now, again, I truly believe like everybody should just watch this movie and have fun with it and enjoy it. But again, be mindful of those two little things. Nipples, gonna show up. You're gonna get punched in the back. And you're definitely gonna get spritzed a little bit with some mists here and there. But I think if you can make it through those things, you're gonna have a ball. And it's gonna be totally worth it. And the movie choice is such a masterpiece. The movie by itself, by the way, I would give the movie like movie of the year, period. Movie of the decade. They don't make movies like this anymore, where again, they don't care where you come from, what you do, what political ideologies, none of that shit. No, none of that. They want you to have fun. And that for me is everything in a movie. And it was just truly fun. I was actually upset watching the movie at the character in the movie, which is how it should be. You'd be like, you did not fucking do that. Oh my God. You know, like there are moments of pure shock where you just find yourself at the mercy of this universe and the characters in that world. That is mastery of the craft. That is movies, that movie watching, all of it, loved it. It was fantastic. If you can do it, if you can drive to go to a 40X, It's worth the extra markup over a regular movie. Don't think you're just watching 3D. It's not just 3D with glasses and like fog effects. It's so much more. It is a total immersion of the video cinema art. And if you love movies, you're gonna love this. I just can't wait to try this with something else. I'm thinking maybe I'll watch Guardians of the Galaxy next if they have that. I don't know, but either way, this is gonna be incredible. I might actually want to wait on Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Marvel, so no, Disney doesn't have the best track record. I'll probably be upset. So we'll probably find something else. But either way, you get what I'm saying here. I can't wait to try this with something else, and I truly think this movie is amazing if you really want a great time. Experience, date night, movie night, family night, don't matter. Go watch this movie. 10 out of 10 experience for you and your family. And I can't recommend it enough. If you have questions about my 4DX experience or this movie in general, you can ask them in the comment section down below. If you have a 4DX experience, I would love to hear what yours was like, especially your first experience, your first time, because this was mine. I never really experienced 4DX until today, and I gotta say, I'm a fan. And this one thing truly saved digital cinema for me, because before I would just stay at home and watch QD OLEDs and Hue sync lights. And now I have a new reason to go to the theaters. You know, fog coming out from under the screens as we're in the mountains and all this stuff. Bubbles when you go in the water. That, like, literally bubbles entered the theater. Like, what? It was wild. It was so cool. And you deserve this experience. Your family deserves this experience. I highly recommend it. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. The #1 brand in honesty. I didn't want to give too many spoilers around, but the movie is great. The transitions, the twists, the turns, the plots, all of it. 10 out of 10 storytelling. It was really wonderful. I truly think you'll have a ball. Till the next video, see you guys later.